Pretty crazy to think that I moved here when I was on my 19th birthday. I moved to America. 10 years has just flown by. Like, it's, I guess, growing up as a kid in Australia, watching X Games, watching the Pro AMA Motocross and Supercross, and we always dreamed about, you know, like maybe making it to America. Not a lot of us do. 2010 came around. It was the first year that I'd kind of walked away from professional racing in Australia, and next thing you know, I'm on Nitro Circus, riding with Travis Pastrana, my childhood idol. You know, I was starting to establish a name in the freestyle world. Next thing you know, I got a phone call from X Games inviting me out to America for the very first time, and that was July 2010. On that flight over, I came with my best friend Ryan. He stayed for 2 weeks and left. My parents came over and watched the first X Games and left. Here's me in the United States, 19 years old, 1,000 American dollars to my name I had when I came here, alone, by myself. To not know if you're gonna be able to afford rent at the next place, if this sponsorship's gonna last or they're gonna fall on their head. You don't know what's gonna happen. So living here in the United States, being able to give that opportunity and take it in, like, it's such an accomplishment. I just have to stay humble. Like, I just have to tell myself, just don't get arrogant. I'm just trying to be myself, try and be real, and just try and be humble and outgoing. And generally, I try and be a nice, humble dude and remember where I came from and where I'm going. American flag means everything to me, just like the Australian flag does. Like, I love representing both of those flags. At 8 years old, my mum gave me an American flag. It was something that I asked for personally. At 8 years old, I wanted to come here that long ago. It's something that I looked up to. It's something that I set myself up for. Like, a lot of people in today don't have a goal. My goal was to come to America and live in America. I started riding at 2.5 years old. It's something that, you know, my mum asked me when I was at school, what do you want to be when you grow older? I wanted to be a farmer and a dirt bike rider. It's been amazing to be able to ride dirt bikes for my whole life. Whether dirt bikes got me here or if I came over here in summertime and hopped on a machine to drive equipment, I would have done it. I came here for riding, but I would have came here for driving earth moving equipment. I wanted to come to the United States of America to live a life that I knew I could have here. In 10 years of being here, earned myself 15 X Games medals, 9 of them being gold. I have the most medals out of all Australians. That's pretty amazing. To be able to get 15 medals in 10 years, that's almost 2 medals every X Games that I've ever entered. Very first X Games, I got a silver medal on my 19th birthday. I don't want to be the guy that's like, me. Like, I'm not trying to go around the pits being like some big hot shot wanker. Like, I'm not that dude. I like to get respect from what I do with riding a bike or being a person. I don't feel like people actually know who I am. I like to stay humble, reflect on where I've came from, reflect on the things, the achievements that I have undertaken, the struggles that I've taken. I mean, dreaming of wanting to live the American dream as a kid and then coming to America, and now I've lived for the last 10 years, I've actually lived the American dream, and it's real. Like, it's a real thing. Like, you come to a country that you've always dreamed of as a kid, and then you start putting the motion into play and you start making a living, meeting people, networking, proving yourself. I've been here for 10 years and I've had the best life you could ever ask for in those 10 years, and I plan on living it out here. This is amazing. For me, being able to go out and build what I like to build and then be able to go out and perform on that stuff and show what I can do on it, really, like, it's a double achievement. I love being able to work with others and help progress the sport. I'm super passionate about moving dirt with equipment. That's what I'm going to do after I finish riding. So just, it's like a whole big package I love. It's just being able to work with riders as well and be able to build sick courses and things like that. Pretty cool thing. 2020's been a lot different. Being told to stay home, not go out and do things like normal, it's packing up the suitcase, getting on a plane, traveling to somewhere else in the world. This time right now has actually gave me that time to be able to relax, think about other avenues that I want to move in towards after riding. Financially, yeah, it's taken a little bit of a hit. I'm not traveling the world doing Nitro Circus shows like I normally do. It's been actually a great learning curve, and I would suggest other people in this time to be able to take this time to learn other traits, other things that you may not have done. I guess something I've found with this is just being able to take a negative and turn it into a positive. You know, people are just walking around kicking rocks. Oh, I'm so depressed. Oh, this is like, go out, get off your ass, go help some people. Mate, whether it's doing something nice for somebody that you don't know, a stranger, or somebody you do know, go out and do something for yourself or for some others, and maybe you might get something back and it might bring you up and realize what you have. Just take this time to learn a new thing and get out and give it a go. What do you got to lose? You've got absolutely nothing to lose. For me, the United States and the national anthem, the flag, everything that means. For me, what it means is when I go to an event here in the United States, if that national anthem's playing, I stop what I'm doing and I focus on that flag. I put my hand over my heart. If I'm wearing a hat, I take my hat off. I'm here living here and I see people in the crowd not doing the same stuff. It's like, I'm an Aussie from another country, living it in the United States, living the dream, and I'm over here and I can take my hand and put it over my heart. I can take my hat off and I can look at the flag and give it the attention that it needs. It's crazy to me that a lot of people in this country don't do that. Like, you guys are living in a country that is so great, you don't even realize what you have. The flag deserves it. This country was fought on wars and freedom. That's why I'm here and I love representing it. I'm so passionate about the American flag and the national anthem, and I think everyone else that lives here and enjoys this country should so too. The culture from these countries is what's keeping these countries alive. That's what's so valuable about the United States, its culture. That's why I moved to the United States, is because of the culture and what the American people fought for, the freedom of that flag. That's why I love living here. That's why I'm here, because of that flag and that anthem. What's amazing is being able to walk out into the backyard, pinch yourself and be like, is this actually real? With property, the dream backyard that I've always dreamed of. For me, that's like the coolest thing ever. Being able to go out there and actually like try and let it sink in. And now I have everything that I've ever dreamed of. Great parents that backed me 100%. I went out and built my own foam pit out of my own money and had a foam pit and stuff in Australia. But I had an excavator when I was 8 years old up until I was about 16. That was my parents' piece of equipment. So I never actually owned things that were mine. I became a freestyler. I started making a living from riding and being able to get nice things and buy nice things. So it's crazy now being here in the United States, getting my very first house. I didn't buy a house in Australia. Living every day-to-day life is here in America. To be able to have 10 acres of my own land in Southern California, the mecca of action sports. This is where it all originated from. So it's just a nice house that I love to live in, and I've got awesome, amazing neighbors. Everything I could ever dream of. I've got dirt bikes. I have my own 2 pieces of equipment now. I've got my excavator, my skid steer, I've got a dump truck. It's like things that I've always dreamed of having when I got older, all from riding a motorcycle, all from living the American dream. Yeah, you could call this my slice of paradise. And to be able to have this slice of heaven, my little 10-acre property here in Southern California, honestly, that's the American dream. This is my American dream. Yeah, you know, some American dreams are the big fancy mansion and the Hollywood lifestyle. That's not me. Do my own thing, have my own program, just live life in America, living the dream, the American dream.